Let us now look at the months and lunar months. January, there will be 3 retrogrades. Mars retrograde in Gemini, which will continue from 2022 up to January 12, 2023. There will be no Mars retrograde for the rest of 2023. Mercury retrograde, which is ongoing from December 29, 2022, will continue up to January 18, 2023 in the constellation Capricorn. Uranus retrograde will be in the constellation Taurus. It will last until January 22, 2023. We will all face the reality of survival. 2020 and 2021 were hard and difficult years. But as I have mentioned before, that COVID-19 will last for about 2 to 3 years, after which we will start to recover. True enough, many countries started reopening their borders in 2022. Their recovery brings with it a new outlook on life. How do we deal with the new normal, like work from home, study from home, and other options? We talked a lot in 2022 for being back on track, but 2023 is the time to think of ways of making forged agreements workable. Only at the start of the year will there be a hesitation in talking, but this will change. People will be more outspoken this year. Do not restructure organizations or your career during the Mercury retrograde, which will last until the middle of the month. Any changes in properties or property relations will only hold until the end of January, after which there will be clarity in settlements and new arrangements. Looking at the cards and runes, there will be an expectation of starting anew, as all cups of emotion are satisfied. There will be a slow start, however. The Spirit Guide's advice is to take courage and truth as the new year starts, a carryover from the Yule Sabbath. Take the element of the Spirit and open up to many possibilities. Do not be hampered by the past. Take everything in stride, but follow the path of righteousness and reason, says the Raidho rune. Since this is the Ox lunar month, look at all your potential investments. The month of February has no retrograde. It is strangely a quiet month. It is good for planning and recomposing. But there will be some who are planning greedily again. People will be more restrained now and simply want to keep their peace. Learn to trust others, but only for short-term plans. Do not overthink. For the cards and runes, fear will burden a lot of people. The unknown beckons. Forget the past. Move on. Cooperation is the key. Individual differences should be set aside, says the Spirit Guide, to bring out the best in everyone. The I Was rune reminds us the values of teamwork, trust, and loyalty. Since this is the Tiger month, we should all mellow down. Keep steady in our tasks. Be friendly. There are no retrogrades also in the month of March. It is a good time to travel and study. Enjoy your vacation. Plan ahead and use your foresight for any eventualities that may happen during the second half of 2023. For the cards and runes, be grateful. Because by being grateful and sharing your blessings to your family, even if they are not related to you by blood, will bring stability. Let go of the past. Lessons have to be learned. Prepare to start anew. The Spirit Guide wants you to trust in the divine. Wisdom will come to you as you continue your journey, filled with many lessons, new lessons at that, and experiences. It is a time for awakening and creativity. So the Kayong rune speaks. The rabbit month says that you must be careful. The month of April has one retrograde and one solar eclipse. The annular solar eclipse will happen on April 20 in the constellation of Aries. It is a new moon. It will cross the Asia-Pacific region. Mercury retrograde also will happen in the constellation of Taurus from April 21 to May 15. Heated arguments will happen towards the latter part of the month, but there will be intermediating forces to calm everyone down. The Asia-Pacific region will be most likely affected by geopolitical maneuverings of the annual total solar eclipse after the middle of the month. Because of the second Mercury retrograde towards the latter part of the month, there will be problems when it comes to love affairs, property titles, and ownership. Most affected are the zodiac signs of Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Control your temper. According to the cards and runes, this is a time for opportunity to have financial prosperity. It will be open to everyone. You just have to be creative in finding where it is. Never feel that you are alone or unloved. The Spirit Guide speaks. As the first constellation enters the solar year, open up yourself to the unseen and unexpected. The Uru's rune tells you to heal and be strong as you complete your one-year journey. The lunar month dragon means that social relations may suffer. Reduce your expectations. The month of May has 2 retrogrades and 1 lunar eclipse. The first retrograde is Pluto in the constellation of Aquarius. This will happen from May 1 to October 11. The Mercury retrograde in Taurus continues but will end on May 15. There is a penumbral lunar eclipse on May 5 in the constellation Scorpio. There is a full moon which will be witnessed across Europe and Asia. Strong governments will start planning their hidden agendas and may even collude. They intend to implement these after the second half of the year. There is that lurking danger, though, that they may not see the ill effects of their hidden agendas on themselves. Europe and Asia will be at the forefront. The first half of the month will still feel the effects of the Mercury retrograde. The same problems will be experienced when it comes to love affairs, property titles, and ownership. There may be sudden changes in the earth element. Most affected are the same zodiac signs of Aquarius, Taurus, Leo, and Scorpio. Control your temper. The cards and runes say that you must control also your expenditures as money flows in. Unless you find what is missing in your life and talk about it with those who are close to you, you will never be happy with all the changes coming. The Spirit Guide and Olgi's rune remind you to protect yourself and to believe in the higher forces as you aim toward your goal. The Snake lunar month means changes in career, promotion, progress, and controlling of expenses. Avoid conflict at all costs. More retrogrades come in the month of June. There are 4. Pluto retrograde in Aquarius will be continuing. The new ones are Saturn retrograde in the constellation Pisces from June 17 to November 4. Chiron retrograde will be in Aries from June 23 to December 27. Neptune retrograde will be in Pisces from June 30 to December 6. Since 4 retrogrades are happening this month, and the new ones will only start after the middle of the month, the first retrograde means that it is payback time until Halloween, and reality will set in. Face it until the end of the year. Plans made last year will have their obstacles this year. The second retrograde means that it will be a painful lesson for those who are aggressive and impetuous. The third retrograde means that it is best not to push through yet with your future plans. The cards and runes say that you are at the crossroads. It is a time to know yourself, your abilities, and limitations. The rest of the year may be scary, but the spirit guide tells you that you have the untapped potential to hurdle all obstacles coming your way. Be conscious of your being. Do not be deceived by external appearances. The lunar month of the horse indicates that there will be confidence issues, loss, and therefore you must save money. Let us now look at the second half of the year. July will have 5 retrograde. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron will continue their retrogrades. The new one will be the Venus retrograde in the constellation Leo from July 23 to September 4. The same advice for June will apply because the 5 retrogrades are happening. There will be a renewed interest in a failed business or in a past relationship with hopes of still raising a family or growing old together. These will be very tempting but fleeting. The illusion will last for only a few months. There will be lessons learned should you continue to pursue it, like humility, regret, and acceptance. Travel only if necessary, but prepare for any eventuality. For the cards and runes, many will have reached their financial goals, so it is about time to find your purpose in life. The spirit guide wants you to find your deeper self. Start now before it's too late. The Thurisau's rune also wants you to be on guard against those who wish you ill. Remember that diplomacy is not necessarily vulnerability. Since it is the lunar month of the sheep, it will be very good for them. It's also a very good time to recharge. Come now, the 3 precarious months of August, September, and October. For the month of August, there are 7 retrogrades. Venus, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron will be continuing. The new ones are the Mercury retrograde in the constellation of Virgo, happening on August 23 up to September 15, and the Uranus retrograde in the constellation of Taurus from August 29 to January 27 of 2024. This is also the ghost month, which will happen on August 16 up to September 14, while the Ghost Festival will be on August 30. This month will be very heavy for most people. The same advice for June continues. A lot of problems, especially financial and the unexpected, will come, especially during the latter part. Secrets will be revealed. Plans and projects will have to be revised. Do not travel or start new businesses or jobs. Avoid the water element. Be alert and protective of your safety. Consulting the cards and runes, the Tiwau's rune resounds in the celebration of the Maiden, Mother, and Crone according to the Wiccan festivals. The divine number 3 resonates for us to connect to the divine. The spirit guide wants you to fly high and trust in your wisdom. The lunar month monkey means there will be injustice. Do not rely on promises, for they will not be kept. Be creative. The month of September has the most number of retrogrades. Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron, and the additional Jupiter in the constellation of Taurus, Venus in the constellation of Leo, and Mercury in the constellation of Virgo, plus the ending of the ghost month. The Jupiter retrograde in Taurus will happen on September 4 up to December 31, end of this year. Venus retrograde will end on September 4, while the Mercury retrograde will end on September 15. The ghost month will also end a day earlier, September 14. This is a month of terrible challenges. The major retrogrades will continue, and the same advice for June applies. Layoffs around the world will happen, and contraction in businesses and economies are inevitable. Previous plans for recovery and unexpected losses should be ready and applied. The cards and runes say that difficulties and helplessness abound. A lot of people will be displeased and tired. If you have not offended anyone, you have nothing to fear. Otherwise, there will be retribution. Emotions will run high. The Perth Row rune brings out the truth, and so secrets shall be revealed. For the lunar month of Rooster, there will be health issues. Use the 3 celestial mirrors and the Ksitigarbha plaque. The month of October has a reduced number of retrogrades. Now it's only 6. But there will also be 1 solar and 1 lunar eclipse. The continuing retrogrades are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Chiron. Pluto will last up to October 11, 2023. The annular solar eclipse will happen on October 14 in the constellation Libra. It is a new moon. America and West Africa will experience this. The partial lunar eclipse will happen on October 28 in the constellation Taurus. There is a full moon. The whole world will experience this. Experience turbulence in October, both natural and political. The retrogrades are continuing. Motives of revenge and ambitions of greed must stop, for the consequences will not be good even for the instigators themselves. Interference by the advanced nations in world affairs is likely, but will cause a terrible imbalance, particularly in the second half of the month. There will be a distortion in the plans of the zodiac signs of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. In addition, the zodiac signs of Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius will have to compromise and accept losses to avoid the escalation of their already looming troubles. Looking at the cards and runes, listen to the Divine Feminine. The prevailing yin energy this year may mean malevolence and indecision, but it also means nurturing and family. To move on, let go of your past. Honor the divine feminine with a love for humanity. Friends may not be reliable now. You just have to disconnect from them. The Maunaz rune is calling everyone to value the collective consciousness, not the individual needs. The lunar month of the dog, however, says that it is good for romance and passion, but at all times, be patient. 5 retrogrades will still happen in November. Continuing are Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Chiron, while Saturn retrograde in the constellation Pisces will end on November 4, just after Halloween, or All Hallows Eve. This month will be quieter than the previous one, but expect the sudden forceful elements of water and air to sweep the eastern side of many territories. Protect yourself. The retrogrades are still continuing, but the last of the retributions will end before the second half of the month. Painful lessons will be learned by the ambitious but inept. Reach out to those whom you may have hurt or thought of unfairly to cleanse yourself of karma. The cards and runes say that if the problems of the previous month have been resolved peacefully through proper communication, then there will be a joint effort to reach a common goal. Everyone will benefit. When the road cooperation starts, keep to your promises. The future of all is more important than the future of just one. The Aunsu's rune is our voice within that gives us inspiration and the true meaning of life. The lunar month of the pig may be very good, but always remember to be diplomatic. 5 retrogrades will still happen in the month of December. Uranus in Taurus will continue. Neptune retrograde in Pisces will end on December 6. Chiron retrograde in Aries will end on December 27. And Jupiter retrograde in Taurus will end at the end of the year. Mercury retrograde will happen in Capricorn from December 13 to January 2 of 2024. The forceful elements of water and air still continue. Sadly, not much attention will be given them. The impact will not be as severe, yet still devastating to those who refuse to acknowledge the inevitable changes in nature. Avoid travel by air. The fire and earth elements will start to be felt. In fact, there will be rumblings already during the year. Again, protect yourself. The retrogrades will come to an end of their cycles, but the effects will be long-lasting. The ice glaciers will be crumbling. The zodiac earth signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn should initiate moves towards stability. For the cards and runes, you will realize that it is a tiring year with many problems, but in the end, it will also be emotionally satisfying if you cared more about truth and honesty. Let everyone revel in the fruits of their achievements. The time is ripe for learning or doing something new, away from the usual tried and tested routes. The Gero rune fits well for the end of the one-year cycle. Wish peace and happiness for everyone, not just for yourself or your family. People will be more restrained now and may want to keep their peace. Learn to trust but do not overthink. The lunar month of the rat means that there will be financial opportunities that will await for you in 2024, and it will be a time of transformation. Zodiac signs in general. 2023 is a slow and sensitive year for all.
Some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite.